Hey guys, welcome back to Meatballs Road 2. Today we're gonna do another LDD how-to today. So yeah, basically this little thing that I made is actually something I made of 2 days ago, or not 2 days. I can't remember. Okay, so it's Monday. Sorry, I had to check the date because I wanted to see when I was recording. But yeah, so really I'll tell you a little thing first about Diroxus, which is his name if you see in the top corner of my build. So let's get a little review of him first. Well, actually no. Actually, I'll tell you everything last. So let's get to building this guy. Oh yeah, I haven't generated a building guide for him yet. Oh, and at the same time I'm showing you this, guys, please credit me. Yeah, and I see you trolls already starting about, I'm gonna make this and not, do, like, I'm not gonna give you any credit, like I'm gonna take it. Yeah, you're probably not, because you probably don't have bionicles. Oh yeah, and a few people that told me before, like, for example, if you're in the real world, no, screw it. Forget what I just said. If you've met me in the, like, school, or like, if you met me like at a store, if you live around my town, don't be and you've told me you don't have bionicle pieces ever, don't come in here and say about I'm gonna copy it. Dude, you don't even have bionicles to do the whole thing in the first place. But yeah, but let's just continue. So to start off, we're gonna get these pieces. I don't know why it does this, just bear with me. I'm believing this is the arm at the moment. So what you're going to want is one of these ladders with this many holes, as if you want to pause the video to check that out. You want to get one of these, which you can find in so many boxes. They're in multiple different colors, I think. Yeah. Get one of these. I actually do not know where these go or where these come from, but if you can find these, use these. That's what you want. And you get one of these. Don't know if it's in that color, but hey, there's in blue. And what you do is you place that there, and you place another one of those there. I mean, you place the plunger dealy there. And next, you place that there. So the next part is we add another one of the one of these. And now we have that part. Now that you can find in a, I want to believe that's somewhere either in Glatorian sets or maybe in, I don't know. They're in really old sets though, I'll tell you that. So you get that piece and then you place another one of those plungers in there. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of these plungers, I'm just saying right now, guys. And then you add another plunger there. And then you place another one of those black parts there. Yes, it's black. It is black. I use black because it's like flesh or like really hardened armor. And now we get these little spikes. These fangs can actually be found in many sets. Next we add the whatever that longer one is, compared to the red axles that have notches in them, you get that. Now let's add more spikes. Yeah, the forearm itself, this is the forearm, yes. The forearms themselves have so many pieces. You put another one of the gold parts there, you get these. Basically what you get is you get the tube slash axle, and then you also get the I don't know the name of that. Like, seriously. And don't go in the comments call me an idiot for it, because I just build them. I don't make the part. I just use the parts to build things. Dang it, dogs. Sorry, my animals are barking at each other. Don't know why. But we add another gold piece there to the plunger. piece. Yeah, there are actual holes in these that you can add them in there. But what am I saying? You probably already knew that. You add another to that side, to where it adds, where it almost looks like a gun zapper doodle. What did I just say? And you add another one of these axles. And you add another spike there, somewhere on there. If you can see where I placed the next spike. Oh yeah, now you see this next one and it's right there. Now we make the armor. And that's easy. You just get one of these, which you can find in... You can find some, like, brown and, like, these, like, light sand-colored ones with brown in it. In a, Murnock set, I think. It's one of the Gluttorians, I know that. But you do that, you add these little half plungers, or whatever the heck you call them, and you add in these, more of these spikes. Yeah, this set also has a lot of spikes too. Yeah, because I love spikes for this kind of guy. Now, you get this gold looking plunge, that deal. You add an axle and a plunger deal. And now you do the same almost. You get these black ladders. And you put on this right here. Here. To keep the piece steady. You can actually find these hand pieces. This one with the like the rounded edges in a lot of the Hero Factory sets and in the Bionicles from 2015 to 2016. Like they're easy to find in those sets. And now you add a gold piece right there because it's floating. Now you add one of these boards. I actually do not know what they call these, but I seem to like these when it comes to bigger builds because you can actually place a lot more axles and things in there. Oh, excuse me guys, I just had some soda. Really carbonated. And also at the time right now that I'm recording this is 12 o'clock. I am dedicated to get you a video today. But as I was saying, you get another one of these and you put an axle in there. And now we make the body for some reason. Okay, bear in mind, bear with me guys, I am sorry about that. But yeah, we'll just pay attention and I'll tell you where the pieces go. So you get these, you get another one of those, and now you get one of these long bodies, which I remember you could find one of these in Chi Gorzan. Not in this color, but hey. Also, I think there's one in... I can't remember any of the sets. I want to think a lot of these torsos are found, however, in the Chi characters. In the Chima sets. They're not exactly Bionicle, but they have Bionicle pieces. So, yeah. But technically they're called CCBEs. Or CCBS. CCBs. However you say it. CCBS. That's what you say. Okay. So basically you get that. And now we get one of these armors. You'll see why it's floating. And you see one of those deals right there. The little tower with a ball in it, like a ball joint. Those are very useful in my opinion. They are good for armor, for putting on joints and stuff like that. Yeah. Then you get one of these pieces. Okay, now these pieces I know are in there is one specific piece. I know in a specific set that in a specific set known as Jalarmari, there is a dark red torso like this that you can use. And I think it's in the other Mari sets as well. I think. I can't remember. And there might be some in the Inika sets as well, and in some other sets, such as... I can't remember, but still, you can find that piece there. There in a lot of the Maris, I think. Now you add another plunger there, to where it connects inside of the tower ball joint. And you add some spikes there. And then you add more spikes to the other side. Oh wait, crap. You put another plunger there, so where it connects into this deal right there. But you don't even see my cursor, but it's in the top plunger hole. And then we put another plunger hole right there to keep the thing stable. And now we put one of these pieces there. Now that I know was in a Hero Factory set, I think. Because I remember, I think it was in a Raja, I think, was the name. It was part of Primal Planet was the name of the series. I don't know. It was the 3.0 Hero Factory. But I just can't remember the piece that the set it came from. You put that there, and then you put this, this right there. And now you put those two pieces combined with the, that. Oh, these, shoulder pads are actually able to be found in the Mask Maker set. Ekimu, the Mask Maker, that also has, Kolta. The, Kolta Skull Smasher? Skull something. It's a skull something. I think it's a skull grinder. Either way, it's in the Kolta and Ikimu set. And you can find those pieces there. They're very useful. They act as the awesome, like, eccentric shoulder pads. That's how I use them. And then you add another one of these. And now you connect that there. That looks pretty cool. It looks nice and long. Oh, I set myself up for a joke there, I know. Dang it. But you add another one of the longer axle pieces. Then you put in some spikes. And then you put in another one of these axle studs. And another axle piece. And now we put on the torso chest piece, which goes right on the armor here. Now, there is one of the rods sticking out, so keep that in mind, because this is going to be a hard piece to keep on. And then we put the spikes there, on that piece right there. And now we're going to make the other arm. This is the sword piece, as you've already seen here. This blade you can find as a gold form in a Lego set, actually, which was Jay's Flyer, I think. It was like a jet or something that in the Ninjago series. These gears are easy to find in many sets. I know there's a lot in the Lego sets that have mechanisms, like vehicles. This piece right here that is connecting the blade to the axle rod, that I do not know where that comes from. That is actually a very new piece to me. The axle rod you can find anywhere, and these pieces right here that is right under the gear is very easy to find. Like, those are in very good stock, I know. But, yeah. Now, I'm showing you how to build the hand. You get this black dual axle piece with that axle, plus another axle there. And you see these claws? Yeah, it's going to connect to this little body here. And you see, I actually do not know where you would get these kind of pieces. Actually, I was kind of inspired by Bio Rock Dude's scraps, whose hand was the same way like this. But rather than using Lego pieces, I used the claws. Now, I know these claws can actually be found in sets like Ikea. Sorry, I just remembered the name because the name is like really, really long. Or, well, not really long. It's really hard to say. Ikea. It's like a flying bird in the second Bionicle sets. And yeah. Then you add this axle piece here. And you add this piece right here to the blade. And now you add that little stud. I actually do not know where that comes from either. A lot of these pieces I do not know where they come from. You add another one of the spikes. Now you add a black hand piece. You add the last claw. And that right there, my friends, is how you make this hand. So that is what the second piece of the other hand would look like, complete with that. Now you add... Oh yeah, you also add that there too. And to finish the blade, you add another one of these deals right there. And then you finish it off to add like a pommel, or whatever you call that piece. You add one of the half bits. So yeah. Sorry if I sound like sluggish or something, or I'm talking lazier. And sorry for me mixing up words. I'm tired right now. Like I said, I am doing this at 12 o'clock, and well, now 12:09, and it is a.m. still. Oh boy. But seriously, the next piece is add another spike, and you all know what the hand looks like. I think, hold on, let me check something. Sorry. I gotta check something because, well, I forgot. Well, on this piece, you'll get another armor right there that's the same. So, yeah. I've already showed you how to make the hand. And now it's just gonna finish what the thing looks like. Because it looks basically like the same as the other arm. Like, keep in mind this is what the other arm is going to look like as well. Like, it's exactly the same as the other arm. And there we go. We got that piece there. And now we make the other piece. I actually do not know where this part goes. Oh, it goes right there. Oh yeah. You'll also add these pieces here that I just made onto the backs of the arms. It's the same as each arm, so yeah. And now I hope we're making a claw. Oh, I think we're making the other part of the forearm. And there we go. And now let us add the back spikes. Now these are easy to find. You just put these like that, like so, as you see. And this black spike is actually easy to find in the Skull Spike, in the Lord of Skull Spiders, also known as Loss. And that's easy to find. Now what you do is you connect it to the back of this part, and now he has one of these like tentacle things. No, don't make a hentai joke. That's weird. Don't be weird. But seriously, it's a tendril. It's part of his like race that I'll talk about later. And you just make a similar one in this fashion if you want the same look. Now I make his head. If you look here, it's a pretty cool looking head. You get one of these other pieces again, and now you can get one of these heads in different colors in a lot of the Hero Factory Brain Attack sets. Now, as you see here, if you see the part that is spazzing out, the black plunger axle, you'll stick that right in this face hole here. And now next, you add one of the gold pieces there. You add another half plunger, and you add a black piece there. A gold spike there. That way it looks like a nose or something. And then you add the eye. Right there. And then next, you put the neck piece there. And you put the axle on those sides. And you put the axle on the top. And now you put these Zammer cannon things on there. These are actually orb cannons, and you can find in a specific set one of the bugs in the 4.0 sets, Hero Factory Breakout. You can find orange pieces like that in that set. It's like one of the bugs. And now you put it on the neck piece. Now this is just showing the other hand. Alright, now we make the legs. Okay, first off, it's already starting with the feet. Now, as you already see here, you're going to find these half pieces, which I know there's some black ones in the... There's also an elemental water creature that's right by Akir, an elemental beast. It looks like a fish of some sort. It's got like a blue crystal head. And you can find those black versions of these pieces in that set. So what you do is that you add these axles here. You add another plunger there. And you put one more axle there. And now what you do is you get one of these you see, what you do is you get one of those gold pieces right there that my mouse is pointing at, or where the black plunger axle thing is there. And you get a black plunger axle thing and you stick it there. And then you get one of those 2 ladders. And now you add a black plunger there. And you add another one of those there. And you add another plunger there. Next, you'll add that piece right there. Get some spikes in there. Get more of those red deals. And this time, you'll add this gold piece right here to there, while there's also that black plunger. And you add another one of the red deals there with another black plunger. And there's a spike right there too. And then you add this gold piece right here to do something. Well, that piece is to stick to the hand part that'll be on here. And then you get another one of these, well, actually you now get the notched axles, like the first ones you'd find in sets. It's Hero Factory and all of them. You add a spike there. Now you add another thing there, which is this piece right here, which you can find on a bunch of Titan builds too. And then you stick another axle right there. And then you stick this hand piece right there. Stick some spikes. And then you add another, whatever those pieces are called. And top it off with an axle ball joint deal. An axle plunger that is spasming out. And next, you get the second pair of feet done, which are the same thing as well. And now we make the legs, like the 4 legs and the thighs. So you get this piece right here. Wait, where's that spike going? Oh wait. Oh, that spike goes on that foot. And so we get another plunger. We get another one of those. And as you see, it's the same deal going around. That makes these two pieces right there. And now, because that's floating, it's going to stay right there. Spike there. With, oh, excuse me guys. Sorry about that. With a half plunger. Another half plunger with a spike. That adds another one of those plungers. With that gold piece there. And now we add the black ladders again. Only this time, they are longer. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 holes long. And you do that for the leg as well. You do the same thing for the leg as you do the other one. Now we add the armor and the joint system. You see there's this piece right here that connects into that. And soon there will be like another black plunger axle there. And then you add this hand piece and that axle. And then you add this, where you can find in other sets, like Colta for example. Oh, you see right there, that is where another plunger goes. With that right there, to add to the stabilization, and you add another spike. Now you do that for the same thing for the other leg. Oh, and now we get the other piece of armor there, like as so. Let's see for that leg, and then you add another gold axle piece there. And you add it to the other leg too. Get the armor for that. You can see those pieces look like that. Oh, forgot to show you guys. Right here, you get this gold piece connected to this 2-axle hole with a spike. And now, do the same stuff for the leg. And yet another plunger hole. And you do the spikes there. You put another hand there, so now it connects. And do the same thing for the back leg as well. Now you add these thighs. I do not remember where those pieces go. You can actually add this half armor on there. I think that's in a Rocka 3.0 set, or a Rocka 4.0. But those are gold pieces you'll put there. And you put spikes there as well. And now you put one of these right there. I practically love these parts. These are one of my favorites to use, especially for smaller builds. Like, for example, if you've seen Rotus in my older videos, sort of, that was one of his the pieces that we would use. I've actually revamped him a little more. He looks a lot better. I'll show him, like, next time someplace. But, yeah, you add that piece. You add another, axle with a gold piece there. And you add these two, whatever those pieces come from. I don't know where they go, but you get those two. And then you add more of those housing things. I don't even know what they're called. You get those double axles. And then you put plungers in the sides of these with an axle there. And then last but not least, you add this piece here, this hand piece, with that part right there that goes into there. And then you finish it off by putting the legs, the whole leg set, into these ball joints right here. That is right in the crotchular area. And so you now have Diroxus. Diroxus, well, I'll begin my story. Who is Diroxus? Diroxus is a male Nero, and what a Nero is a creature species in my story. What a Nero is, they are born. If you have not seen my quotation hands, they are born. What they're actually made of, they are actually the culmination of spirits and souls that were actually sent to the netherworld, or the Hellverse, as you would say. And their souls, they're basically drained of their emotions, their personas, all except the fear of hate and certain emotions. Now combine that with the energy of a dead body, combine that with the rotting flesh of the dead pit, and you basically get these guys. The flesh remolds itself and refixes itself to brand new, still looking demonic, but yeah, you get these things. They are literally devoid of blood. Like their hearts don't have beating hearts. That's the thing. Like they're one of the types of demons, and when they're born, well, quotation born, they all have their own abilities, their own powers that they can use. Like no two Nero have the same ability, and if they do, it's either because they're twins or some other weird thing. But Diroxus is special in his case. He has an ability that lets him see... Well, actually, Diroxus' powers allow him X-ray vision, like a very advanced version of it, while also being able to manipulate metal. Like, multiple forms of metal at that, which are pretty cool because you can basically make bullets, like, veer away from him. It's basically like a polarity thing, sort of. But yeah. Diroxus is also a special case because most of the Nero in the species do not have the claw or hand shape to hold weaponry. But because of the special bones in his claws, he can hold weapons as if he were another human. Now, let's get a good look at the pieces of him. As you can see, yes, the back is pretty exposed. I really didn't have as much inspiration for the torso as I needed, because I did pour a lot of the inspiration into these arms, which are pretty freaking awesome. They have still good mobility. They are pretty good armored look. They have a lot of armor to them, yet they still are pretty mobile. But another thing was the problem with the hands, because I needed to create some space there, and I ended up having to make this. Sorry, guys. But it's like the same with this hand. These feet actually came as just a creation. I don't know why I kept these, but I like it. It gives like a Minotaur-like effect, in my opinion. The pelvis is pretty good too. It doesn't have like 360 motion or 180 or whatever, but it's still good. It can bend his back, and yeah. Now, the head was something I really didn't have focus on either. I was going to use the idea of another person's dragon skull, still criticizing, giving a shout out about that, but I decided not to, and I decided to use this head. Yes, it's not as inspirational, but it fits his style of Spike. I don't know. Another thing is these tendrils are actually really cool. They actually channel most of his special elemental and demonic powers, which allow him to do ultimately more damage with these. Like, it's his main melee tools. Also, his blades are capable of concentrating his energy and magic to unleash more lethal striking damage. So he's pretty powerful, but still not without his weaknesses. Every Nero has a specified weakness, and for example, if you've seen Azakani, if you remember Azakani, he has a weakness towards mental magic, like it destroys him weak, like he has no defense over it. Diroxus has a weakness towards a material known as, well, actually no. He has a weakness towards transmogrified materials. Well, no. Screw it. I'm still spitballing ideas. Sorry about that, guys. But, really, he has a weakness to moonlight, which is why he never lets himself get caught in the night. He always goes in the day. So that's the thing about him. Diroxus is actually very new to my universe, story-wise. He is from the Nero plane of hell, well, the Hellverse, and so that's the thing. He actually has gone around many planes of the universe to test his abilities, since he actually doesn't even know he can control the metals and has X-ray vision. He's still learning how to use that. But basically, Diroxus is a very flowing type. He seems like a brute, but he's actually sort of smart. He's calculative, and he will always evaluate how his opponent's fighting style is. But he will never fight anyone with a crazy style. That's why he always tries to make friends with them, and that's the point. Like, basically, Diroxus is a whole different thing when it comes to most of my characters. I do have a lot of smart, like, character types, but that's the closest thing. That's the basic thing of that. That he's pretty smart. He is very calculative when it comes to combat, and that is what makes him a lot more harder to fight than most of the brutes or smart guys in my story. But another thing is, he has a huge hatred towards a lot of evil creatures, and there's a hatred toward Raven, who is the main dark entity in my story. That is like the main antagonist. But that's the thing. So yeah, I am finished here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to end the video right here. Like I said in the first part of the video, if you make this, please give me a shout out, or at least credit me, because yeah, you don't have to credit about the hands, like say who made the hands if you remember who made them. But yeah, if you like this video, please set that like button on fire. If you want me to make more of these how-tos of my LDD MOCs, or even real ones, I am thinking of doing one of my famous ones that I haven't done ever. Either that, and please, if you like this channel, please hit that if you like this video, please hit that like button on fire. And if you like this channel, please hit that subscription button on fire for more videos. I always stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I feel like it, when I want to. Like if I'm not tired or someone hasn't annoyed me at my school. But seriously guys, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you later, future Fire Legion. Sorry. Kapow!